Hey, it's Jeff, and if you've been following my stuff for any length of time, you know that I'm a big proponent of building your list, building your following. And I recently heard a new excuse for not building a list, and I just wanted to explore it because it's just as lame as all the other excuses, but it's a brand new excuse, so let's talk about it. It was from one of my readers, and he said, Jeff, okay, yeah, lists are great and everything, but for me to have any impact, for it to help me out at all, I'm going to need at least 5,000 people on my list, and to be realistic, I'll need 10,000 people on my list, and it will take me forever to get that many people. So just the idea of starting to build a list is just, it's really daunting, and help me out here. And so it's sort of funny because it's just so flawed in so many ways. So first of all, ground rules. I mean, as you know, when I'm talking about a list, there's many different types of lists. There's Facebook followers, there's Twitter followers. My favorite for the last 16 or 17 years since I started in this business is an email list. It's still my favorite, and it's going to be my favorite for a long time, I think. I'm also all about, Twitter's great, Facebook followers, great. YouTube channel subscribers, awesome. But mostly when I talk about lists, it's about the email list. And the thing is if someone comes to your website or comes to one of your channels or whatever, one of your web properties, they're not coming back. That's the one thing. The one thing for sure is they're going to leave your website, absolutely guaranteed. There's no other way to, they will leave your website. And when they leave it, it's going to be out of sight, out of mind. They're not going to come back. Unless you're, YouTube or ESPN or something like that, they're not coming back to your site. They'll forget you even exist 30 seconds after they're gone. That's why you need to collect their email address so that you can drive them back to your site, drive them back to your social media properties. Just, once you got them, then you can bring them back. So, this is, in fact, always be building your list is one of the 2 rules. A little while ago, I talked about my first rule, which was only sell stuff to people, only sell things that the market really wants. And the other rule is always be building your list. Those 2 rules have been responsible for all my success. So always be building your list. And this guy's like, yeah, but I can't do any good unless I've got 5,000 or 10,000 people. Wrong. So first of all, I know I started with 19 people. You probably heard that story. That's where I started from. No one is born with a list. No one comes out of the womb with a list. Everyone starts somewhere. I've got well over 100,000 subscribers now, but I started from scratch. I started with 0 people, and I got that first subscriber, and I built from there. So everyone starts out. So now the best time to start is now. Actually, there's this quote. I love this quote. It's like, if you want to have like this 100-foot tall tree in your yard, when's the best time to plant that tree? Well, it was 50 years ago. That was the best time to plant the tree. 15 years ago was the best time to start building your list. Okay, now here's the question is, when's the second best time to plant that tree? Today. So the best time, if you have a time machine, go back, plant that tree 50 years ago, otherwise plant it today, and it just starts growing. It's the same with your list. The best time is long ago, the second best time is today. And the thing is, you don't need a big list to make a big impact. Because one of the rules of lists is that when smaller lists are more responsive on a percentage basis. So, when you have a 100,000 person list, it's not 10 times responsive as a 10,000 person list. And a 10,000 person list is not 10 times as responsive as a 1,000 person list. And a 1,000 person list is not 10 times as responsive as a 100 person list. Those first few hundred subscribers will be your most responsive. I don't know why this is. It's just a law of the universe. Everyone who's in any type of direct marketing knows this. So you can, if you build up a small list and you start to add, say you add 3 subscribers a day. That's 90 subscribers a month, 270 subscribers within 3 months, just getting 3 subscribers a day. And with a 270 person list, you can literally make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So don't sit there and think, I need to have this massive list before I can get started. The deal is you have to get started now so you can have a massive list. And even before you have that massive list, you will still get results, even with a few hundred people. I've done launches in the tens of thousands of dollars with a 300 person list. And that's not, then there's a whole other thing of the difference between prospect list and buyer's list. We don't have time to get into that right now, but that list, I had a list of 300 people. I did a launch that was almost $30,000, and that was not a buyer's list. That was a prospect list. People had never given me any money before. There's 300 of them. It was a tightly targeted, it was in a niche, and I did a $30,000 launch. And it wasn't because I'm some magical person. It's just because I had a relationship with them. So I'm not sure where you're watching this video. It could be on my YouTube channel, it could be on the Facebook page, it could be on my blog. But go ahead and hit that like button on Facebook, join my YouTube channel. And if you're on my blog, there should be a link there. You can click through to my blog, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you about list building, about what you're doing to build your list, about some of the results you've had from your list, especially if it was a small list. About why you think maybe you shouldn't join a list. Some people think that email's dead and you shouldn't even bother. So go ahead and leave me a comment. I'd love to read all of them, and I'll talk to you soon.